going on, guys? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for a type we haven't done in a while. I'm doing a, just a random wrestling topic video. I haven't done one of these in quite some time, I'd say. I'd say the last one I think I did was the one about the tag team divisions splitting up all of a sudden constantly. And so with just a lot going on, and then, other things I want to get done as well. Same things for top 10 topics with, me adding my live reviews to my channels. I thought that these videos might not be, as necessary on this channel. Actually, no, I'm sorry. The last one I think I did was about heel champions not being booked properly. Well, tonight I want to talk about something regarding a guy who's a babyface, but to me, it's been somewhat of a heel this year as well. Now, I want to talk about this because I didn't do a live review on my channel tonight of Clash of Champions. I didn't because I did a review with my friend Daniel Guys on his channel. Rather than me doing the same thing again on my own channel, I thought I would just, count that as my review for Clash of Champions. So if you want to see it, check it out in my playlist regarding my pay-per-view reviews, or you can go on my friend Daniel Guys' channel, so subscribe him as well. So what I want to talk about Shane McMahon and the role he has seemingly played in WWE, especially this year. In 2016, not really as much. He felt like a pure babyface, somebody who you wanted to see win. He was faced, The Undertaker, even though that was just a weird build because why would The Undertaker be, Vince McMahon's corner? Yes, you add a stipulation in there with, if Undertaker lost, then his career would be ended. So, the pressure was on. Vince is putting Undertaker in that weird situation like that. Okay, Shane spoke a ton of truth when he made his big return in 2016. Okay, that was all right as a babyface. When he was on Team SmackDown for the men's 5-on-5 Survivor Series elimination match, okay, because he was involved in, the brand that was being built as a babyface brand, in my opinion, because, they're the land of opportunity. They didn't have, a Stephanie McMahon corporate figure, and it was the show that was, capturing fans' attention. So we wanted SmackDown to win. Here in 2017, of the feuds he's been involved in, I gotta say, it's been a really strange dynamic involving Shane McMahon. And it's going to kind of, get into, what I'm talking about as, the wall that WWE, in my opinion, has run into with this tension between him and Daniel Bryan as well. So Shane McMahon, let's go through the things that Shane McMahon's been involved in this year. The first thing was his feud with AJ Styles. Now, that was a rumor match that had been rumored for a while, and a lot of people weren't happy about it. And personally, I wasn't either, because AJ Styles deserved a lot better than facing Shane McMahon at WrestleMania. The match was so good they had. It was a great opening match to WrestleMania. However, of course, with AJ Styles the year he should have been main eventing WrestleMania, in my opinion. Even he could have defended the title against The Undertaker, and that he could have been the one to, finish off The Undertaker. Because AJ was supposed to be a heel. Roman Reigns, isn't a heel. He's just a babyface, even though they tried to describe him as something else. I can't remember what Triple H described him as. It's just some greyhound, bipolar, whatever it is. But, AJ Styles could have been the one to retire The Undertaker, defending his championship against him. Or it could have been, John Cena, whatever, retiring Undertaker, whatever. Either ways. But look at the story for this. AJ Styles was just asking for his one-on-one championship rematch he never got when he lost the title to John Cena. He even came out and admitted he lost to John Cena at the Royal Rumble. AJ Styles as a heel, to me, was not to make AJ a fully hated character. To me, it was just to light that fire in him, give him that little boost to become the guy who he is today. Because when he first came in as a babyface, he was alright, but something was missing. The mic skills, though, came when he turned heel. He improved a lot. Now, he's supposed to be a heel in his feud with Shane McMahon. But listen to this. AJ Styles, when Randy Orton originally vacated his title shot at WrestleMania because he was refusing to face Bray Wyatt because he was trying to, trick Bray Wyatt into gaining his trust so that he could just stomp on him when the right time came. That's something we're not going to get involved in that story deeply. But AJ Styles was in a battle royale where apparently both him and Luke Harper were eliminated at the same time, even though the replay clearly shows that it was not the case. I believe AJ won. I believe it was him. But then because of that, he had to face Luke Harper in another match, and the winner would face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. AJ won. Clean. No bullcrap about it. Then we have Randy Orton all of a sudden, turning on Bray Wyatt, and now he wants to face Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania. Well, here's this weird dynamic also where the fact that, sometimes we're like, oh, we'll make this a triple threat. But then it's just like, no, we have to be one-on-one. So AJ faces Randy Orton, and he loses clean. And, of course, he's pissed off at Shane McMahon for, taking his opportunities. AJ Styles, to me, deserved that shot, a title shot at WrestleMania. He earned it, but then they made him, put on the line against Randy Orton, who, as AJ Styles would say, burned a man's house down. And then he lost, and then he took out his anger on Shane McMahon because he took away his opportunity. He pretty much did. Right there, it felt like, Shane McMahon was the heel and AJ was the babyface. There's just this weird little dynamic that, Shane McMahon has been feud with these heels all year, which I'll explain that more towards the end. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself and just, wear the air out of the tires. So let's fast forward now. Now we can just feud with Kevin Owens. And, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. And yes, Kevin Owens has, I think, was establishing himself more so as the heel when they had the match at SummerSlam this year with Shane McMahon as special guest referee. And yes, Kevin Owens doing typical, blaming, corporate for, his losses and whatnot when he lost the title to AJ Styles. And he didn't lose the title in the rematch, the triple threat match after Battleground. And he lost, but he was the one who took the pin because Styles pinned Jericho. So after, some controversial match with AJ Styles, they made Shane McMahon a special guest referee for the match at SummerSlam. And I thought that match was good. And it built up to what I thought was going to be coming soon, a feud between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens. And honestly, this is not quite where I felt like, the same thing with what happened with Shane and Styles happened. Kevin Owens was built up as the heel. Unfortunately, it was Shane again in this weird role where it's like, okay, we have a babyface in Shane McMahon who we should be rooting for, but we actually want Kevin Owens to win because he's the one that needs to, get the momentum going pretty much. Because, he just came off that terrible Universal title run. His U.S. title runs were okay. Universal title run, no, it wasn't. But I feel like this is where it was set. Like, okay, we needed Owens to win, but, Shane wasn't like, still having heel acts in his own way. However, though, we have Shane McMahon. Actually, I just want to think this one. For Survivor Series, Shane McMahon fired the first shot for the SmackDown versus Raw feud as well. Shane McMahon fired the first shot against Kurt Angle, which how could you hate either one of these guys pretty much? I mean, yes, I understand we had like the babyface feuds pretty much, but this was again Shane McMahon pulling off a heelish move, firing the first shot, putting Raw under siege, and then just, making it so bad that Kurt Angle's job was put on the line. And Shane didn't seem to sympathize at all. And this is where Daniel Bryan, stepped in, trying to, say, he didn't fully agree with what Shane did, which, in reality, you'd think, yeah, I mean, if that was my case, just firing the first shot he did, I agree pretty much in some ways as well. And Daniel Bryan suffered being chokeslammed by Kane in results of it. Again, that all happened. Fast forward, Team Raw wins either way, whatever. Shane was the final person eliminated for SmackDown. But then let's get the feud with Kevin Owens, though. What really made this involved in this situation for me again is when Sami Zayn turned heel and realigned himself with Kevin Owens. And the promos that Sami's cut saying, how, he's not getting the opportunity he needed when he came to SmackDown. He's saying, that powerbomb from Owens in that last match, he had 2 weeks more Hell in a Cell, woke Sami up. Everything Sami said was true. Sami was not getting opportunity on SmackDown Live at the time. He was being mislooked and whatnot, and he said he decided to save Kevin Owens because it was the right thing to do. Saying that Kevin was right. Honestly, I couldn't agree more. Sami's been booked like complete crap. Well, he was being booked like complete crap since coming over to SmackDown. I thought that was going to be able to, revive his career. He's going to get U.S. title shots, maybe eventually be built as an ultimate underdog. But no, once again, another purebred babyface, booked like crap, has to turn heel and be a villain. But again, it's hard to hate him because he's telling the truth. And now, this thing with Daniel Bryan, Daniel Bryan's not telling Shane, you do seem to overreact at times, just blow yourself out of proportion. Yes, they betrayed Team SmackDown with attacking you during the match at Survivor Series. However, though, they're still good talent, and as far as, just going our way to punish them left and right is not going to be the right thing to do. Which, again, it's okay, you're pretty much sticking up for, two guys are supposed to hate, though, but at the same time, he's telling truth there. And then we get to this match where he wants to, make a tag team match, which we've seen how many times, and again, that match was complete garbage on Clash of Champions tonight because it was boring and just nothing really seemed didn't feel that dramatic at all. So Shane McMahon goes out of his way to make himself special guest referee, and if Owens and Zayn lose the match, they're fired against Randy Orton and Shinsuke Nakamura, who are both like handpicked out of nowhere to pretty much be in this match. Which are they complete suck-ups to Shane McMahon? Is that why you're putting them in this match? I mean, Randy Orton, in some ways, if we're going on this whole thing with Shane McMahon still somewhat being a heel, even though he's considered a babyface, then Randy Orton, okay. But Shinsuke Nakamura, someone who people, he could use some momentum getting going, especially since, he lost twice at Jinder Mahal and was one of the first people eliminated at Survivor Series. But this fact also that, it seemed that in this build, he was going out of his way to make sure that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got fired. And what happened in tonight's match, it looked like it was WWE protecting either him or Daniel Bryan from turning heel. But in reality, look at it, Daniel Bryan just did the right thing tonight. Yes, they had, Kevin Owens push Daniel Bryan into Shane McMahon when he was doing the break up the count. Yes, they had a time where Daniel Bryan did the count on Shinsuke Nakamura whenever Nakamura's shoulders were down in that triangle, pretty much, and Shane came at him for that. But it was obviously, Shane was remaining biased and was doing anything he could, for the most part, to make sure Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were fired. Two guys who, we want to cheer for. Even though, Owens is a heel, we still respect that he's a great heel. And Sami Zayn, who's been very underutilized, he has to be a villain now just to get over with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? And if we're going to go forward with this whole thing with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan, which it needs to lead to something. Last year when it had Daniel Bryan and The Miz going at it on the microphone, it had to lead to something. Instead, it didn't. And I feel that all that momentum got shifted onto the feud with John Cena and Nikki Bella taking on The Miz and Maurice. Which, the build was pretty good. The match was what it was. It was for, Cena and Nikki to get engaged, which, again, I respect. I'll take it. But this needs to lead to something. Daniel Bryan took a bump tonight. He was pushed into Shane McMahon. He was pushing Shane McMahon himself. He called Shane McMahon a disgrace. But again, the move that Daniel Bryan made, he was just being honest with Shane, saying, you weren't being biased. So you know what? You want to see these guys get fired so bad for that. You know what? I'm going to stick up for them. And really, we should feel bad for Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens because Shane McMahon was going out of his way to fire them. So if you look at these dynamics, Shane McMahon, despite being a babyface, has been thrown into a position where he's making us want to see the heels win. And honestly, with taking away AJ Styles' opportunity that he earned with, trying to make Kurt Angle lose his career to build babyface sympathy on him, we should be hating Shane there also. And also, this thing with, not completely Kevin Owens, but with Sami Zayn especially, why should we hate Sami Zayn when Shane McMahon's going out of his way to make sure they're both fired? Again, I don't hate Shane McMahon. I love Shane McMahon. It's just, these dynamics seem weird. And I personally think that, if they're going to do this feud with Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan, they can't make Daniel Bryan a heel. I'm sorry. I'm not just saying this because I'm a fan of Daniel Bryan, and, he's probably my favorite wrestler of all time. But at this point, it's too late to try to put any heat on Daniel Bryan. No matter what happens, Daniel Bryan's going to be cheered. Daniel Bryan returning to the ring is going to be a miracle that people are going to just love, relish, and pay so much money to see happen if it happens in WWE. And the way they're teasing it, it would just be a troll move to, one, not make it happen, or two, if they're only doing this because Daniel Bryan's contract expires in 2018, and if he really is thinking about leaving the company, then, why would we still want to hate him anyways? Turning Daniel Bryan heel would just be a slap in the face. All that. Well, WWE didn't make Daniel Bryan as popular as he is. The fans made Daniel Bryan. Their voice made as popular as he was. And honestly, at this point, I can't help but decide with Daniel Bryan with the decision he made tonight, having, doing the fast count to have Owens and Zayn win the match. He only did it because he refused to be biased, but Shane was being biased towards Orton and Nakamura because he wanted to have Zayn and Owens fired. It's not like Daniel Bryan, stopped the count whenever Orton and Nakamura did it, with the pin, But yeah, I mean, honest opinion, guys. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section. Like, get a discussion going here. What do you guys think? Do you think in 2017, despite being a babyface, Shane McMahon has secretly been a heel? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure to click that like and subscribe for more content on this channel. Follow me on Twitter, DemanOver93. Also, please make sure to check out the review I did with Daniel Garza for Clash of Champions. And also, the time is official. This Tuesday night, December 19th at 6 o'clock p.m. on Daniel Garza's channel, will be me, Rywan Kenobi, Daniel Garza, and G from the BSP Wrestling Show, all discussing our 20 categories for our Year in Review Awards. I always have a blast doing this each year. It's going to be a lot of fun as we talk about the good and the bad of 2017. So again, guys, leave your thoughts on this discussion about Shane McMahon being, if you think he's been a heel, do you think he's not been a heel, do you think Daniel Bryan needs to turn heel? Again, I'm open to hearing any of your discussions. But as it, guys, again, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And with that, guys, I will see you all later. Have a good night.